EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island, we bring you first-round coverage of the Carolina Open. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. The first here at Kiawah Island at 396 yards may just be the most docile on the course. A big wide fairway leaving plenty of room for error with the opening tee shot, and that should leave you with a straightforward look at the green. And there's a good start. That one in the fairway here to get the tournament rolling. Kane cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
A touch long, a touch left. But still, how good can you putt?
14 feet to the hole. Oh, yes, that's the way to start the day. It is a birdie here at the opening hole, and he's very quickly to 1 under par. Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
And that, another very fine tee shot. And now he's got a chance to go for this green in 2 and really get off to a hot start. Feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
It is a dream beginning to the round. A birdie at 1, now an eagle here at the second. How about 3 under through 2 holes and just getting started. Frank, though the third is a short hole and it has a player licking his chops, it can really knock you off balance if you make a mistake here.
Yeah, not often you see a par 4 that you can conceivably make everything from 2 to 6 without getting wet. Even just the decision off the tee, you go for it, the ball can run over the back of the green. You lay up, you hit a little pitch shot, falls off the side, and then you're chipping backwards and forwards. I mean, it's just predicated purely by trying to hit the right tee shot for the right conditions.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second. Okay, that one finished off for a par, and he'll stay at -3. Frank, this is the hardest hole on this outward side, a place where you can let the big dog, as they say, let the big dog eat, let it rip.
Yeah, but you still have to be cautious here because you've got to get the ball solid. It's a long carry just to get over the wetlands. And then there's 3 bunkers down that right side, perfectly placed, all for a different length of a tee shot.
Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And a very makeable look here. Not too much undulation at all. Maybe just a slight move to the right.
Just gonna sneak on by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain right where he is. So, Frank, here we are, the first par 3 on the golf course, and what do you make of this 5th hole?
It's really 2 holes, Rich. When the flag is on the left, it's basically one green, and when the flag is on the right, it's effectively another type of a golf shot. This green is actually 40 yards wide and separated with that little faint ridge in the middle.
That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Ever so slightly right to left. I'm not sure you can give the hole away here.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he'll get it now to 4 under par, just 2 shots off the lead. This is a good par 4, the 6th. Frank, what's the right way to attack here, beginning with the tee shot?
Well, most people look at this hole and they want to aim a little right, but I'd rather be in that sandy area on the left than the thick rough, to be honest. So this is where a practice round often helps, get a nice line, but challenge the left, but don't go too far left. Got it?
It's up in the wind, maybe drifting a little left.
While there's good bounces, there's bad bounces. That was a good one.
So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain at 4 under. Super wide fairway here at the par 5 7th. Definitely reachable in 2. I think you'd be disappointed if you didn't walk off with a 4 here.
That's certainly the plan of most people on this hole, Rich, and I just think of that old adage that I was taught as a kid, and it's great for these holes. It still works. Tee it high, let it fly.
And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker.
That second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the greenside bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he'll move to within a shot of the lead at 5 under par. Second par 3 here on the front side, the 8th. Frank, it appears to be relatively simple, but I'm guessing there's a little more to it.
There certainly is. You've got to respect the back of the screen on this par 3. Anything over the back is almost an automatic bogey. And also there's a faint ridge in the screen, a good 12, 13 paces on. Once the ball gets beyond that in the air, it's going to scoot towards the back of the green. So it might look simple. Give it another thought.
He couldn't quite hold the green there, and that is into the left rough. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3.
And that flop shot is actually a little bit of a flop. Comes up way short.
That is well read. A terrific putt there to save par. And he'll stay at 5 under. The final hole on this front side is a right to left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided. And most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. And that one gonna wind up in the bunker. Anything on the green would be a good result from here as he readies his second out of the sand.
Tee shot in the fairway bunker set up this problem, and now awry again. So we've got the spray can out at the moment.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the 9th, and that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par. Through 9 holes, good time to take a deep breath and look out at that spectacular panorama, which this tee does allow you to do, Frank, as it sits right atop a sand dune. It's really pretty.
It is, and it's another hole that still goes in that westerly direction. When you look down at this fairway, you have to respect the right side. Right side is a complete and utter no-no. That's where all the big numbers come. So if you're going to air a little on the left side. The hole does open up. Second shot's going to have to be played across the bunker, but this par 4 gets your attention to start the back 9.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. Now this for another birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. Not much is straightforward here at the Ocean Course. This 11th is proof positive of that at a stout 593 yards. A handful of half-moon bunkers right are what to avoid on your tee shot, but even with a drive in the fairway, a couple of devilishly placed putt bunkers up near the hole have been known to give golfers fits.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
And that's where you need to be, back into the fairway on this par 5. Chance now for another birdie. Yes, good start to this backside. Back-to-back birdies here at 10 and 11. More fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12th. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of 2 very important par 4s here at Kiawah Ridge, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
This is turning a little to his left.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
He ran in a long one a moment ago. This equally long for another birdie. Nope. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and this will remain a one-shot advantage. 2021 PGA Championship, this par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes. And one of the reasons why, you see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green. I think it's a great par 4.
Well, this is tucked way left.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
139 left to the flag. Pin back right so he can take an aggressive line.
It just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Okay, that's probably about what you'd expect from a wedge, so that's in the acceptable range. Yeah, well done. That's in for par. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Par 3 14th hole, and this one is a stunner, isn't it?
It looks good, but it's not much fun to play. When you look down there, you might as well be hitting on the top of a pyramid. I look at the way it falls off, down to that sandy area on the left, a good 10 feet below. If you finish up short, it's going to roll all the way back to the tee box that way. Good 10 feet short. If you miss it on the right, well, that's about 10 feet below the level of the putting surface. I'm not even going to talk about the back of the green. Please, please, hit the green.
Okay, that's not one he'll remember, but he still has a decent chance to get out of here with a par. Now this for another birdie. Okay, good putt, and a par here at 14. And he'll stay at 7 under. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
Well, it's 128 yards left to the flag today. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings.
Certainly seen some short game skills today, and that's more evidence here, really keeping this round together as we get closer to the clubhouse.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll stay right where he is. Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in two sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. You've got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
That, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. Now, from just under 300 yards, a second from the fairway at the par 5.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's two good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Oh, straight into the cup. Well done. That's a birdie here at 16. And the lead moves to 2 with 2 to play here on day 1. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. And Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt, but when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup, and it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchia? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive.
Getting some sand in the shoes now. For a second straight hole, he's in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Safely out of the bunker, but still a little bit of work left. I think you'd like to see that a little closer. This game's unfair sometimes. That luck did the whole way. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And the lead is going to drop down to a single shot. The S-shaped 18 at 505 yards, truly one of the great finishing holes in golf. Trouble lies right off the tee with dunes and bunkers there to penalize those trying to cut the angle, and then left up near the green if you let that final approach wander offline. Oh no, lost that one dead right.
Don't you hate it? It was nearly going to be a perfect driving day until that one misses the fairway.
Nah, just caught it fat out of the rough. Never had a chance of reaching, and now it is time to regroup and try to escape with a par. Yeah, that was going to be tough to fly that all the way to the hole out of the bunker, and this is going to come up a good bit short. Okay, a good putt, able to save par here at 18, and that will go in the books as an opening round 65. Outstanding. So this a successful day's work. Frank tied for the lead after day one.
We look at that leaderboard, Rich, and it's always nice to see nobody out in front. So it's just like an absolute pack. So I'm curious to see what happens over the next 3 rounds.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notah Begay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports. So long, everyone.